Hey guys, Rollout or Taylor here, and I'm back with a brand new Division video, and this time we're finally doing another weapon review. The weapon we're looking at today, as you can probably gather by the title, is the Tommy gun. This review wouldn't even be possible without the amazing Twitter user SWK4. He kindly lent me his account to log on to on my Xbox and capture some footage and get a feel for the gun myself. So please make sure you check out his Twitter in the description. He has got like some of the best gear I've ever seen in the Division. He's got about 3 Barrett's chest piece, all god rolled. It's unreal. The guy puts a lot of effort into his game, and I do really appreciate the help he's given me and the fact he lent me his well geared account to do this review on. Without further ado, let's get into it. The Tommy gun, or known as the Thompson submachine gun, is an American weapon invented by John T. Thompson in 1918. We all know or have seen the Tommy gun in a lot of films, including the famous films The Godfather, but that's not why we're reviewing it. We're here to see how it holds its own in the Division. Let's start things off by having a look at some of the stats. As you can see here, I've got both the Thompson M1928 and the Tommy gun to compare with each other. They're both very similar. The Thompson has a lower RPM standing at 600, whereas the Tommy gun has an RPM of 800. The Thompson also has a smaller base magazine size at 30, and the Tommy has 20 more rounds coming in at a nice 50. And the reason being the Tommy has those 20 more rounds is because it has that nice drum mag applied to it. The Thompson does, however, beat the Tommy gun in reload speed. The Thompson stands at a 2-second reload, and the Tommy gun only just comes in behind it with a 2.2-second reload speed. So they are both very similar weapons in the Division, and to add to that, they only have one modification slot on both of them, and that is the magazine. It doesn't change any aesthetics to it at all, so don't worry about losing the look of the drum mag or that nice sort of straight magazine that comes with the Thompson. Now, with all 1.5 weapons, they all have a unique talent, and the talents that came rolled on the Thompson and the Tommy gun is called Carefree. Hipfire damage is increased by 11%, and I tell you what, this talent couldn't be any more fitting. This weapon was born to hipfire. You see in all of the films that these like gangsters or mob men hold the gun right down by their hip and they're unleashing rounds after round. So I think using this gun, you've got to use it as that hipfire machine. And I feel the only right way to use that would be the 4-piece defense build. The reason being is you can use the shield as well as the Tommy gun at the same time. And this just makes for such a fun build. It's probably one of the funnest builds I've used in the Division for a long time. It's kind of like a mix of old v new. It just complements each other so well. But let's have a look at the build, shall we? So obviously we're using the 4-piece defense. We're also using Leray Barrett's chest piece and the specialized bag. The bag is to bolster the shield and the booster shot. For the shield's mods, I went with the assault shield. This grants increased weapon damage. Both the Tommy and the Thompson are not the highest in base damage weapons. It improves knockback, accuracy, and reload speed. So using the Tommy gun and its 50 round magazine and it coming with a just over 2-second reload speed, this shield really does complement it. Obviously, it's going to improve the weapon's damage and the reload speed whilst protecting yourself. I don't think you should be running it with anything else. And for the first aid heal, I applied Booster Shot, again for the increased damage. It's all pretty self-explanatory, and rolling with a specialized bag, it improves both these skills a lot, and thus turning an okay Tommy gun into a more viable weapon to use within the Division. So you're probably asking yourself, if you don't already have the Tommy gun, where can you get it? It only drops from Dark Zone supply drops. Now, I haven't managed to get this on my Xbox account. That's why SW4K reached out to me and said, hey, I have a Tommy gun. You're more than welcome to use my account. I don't play Dark Zone too much, so I find it very hard to actually go for that drop. However, you can get your hands on a variant, the Thompson M1928 that we also sort of had a look at and compared it to the Tommy gun. You can get this Thompson from the Underground. Now, I think it only comes from the underground caches that you get for leveling up and as an underground reward or the chest at the end. I'm not sure if it drops from mobs in the underground. I've not fully checked it over, but they are the only places you can get the Tommy gun and the Thompson in the Division. So is the Tommy gun a weapon worth using? Yes and no. I love the look of it and the gritty feel it has. I just can't get used to using it without the shield. It feels way too inaccurate, and even being up in an enemy's face, you're not doing yourself too many favours. But with a shield, you take advantage of the carefree talent, because not only are you getting close to the enemy, but you are protecting yourself as well, and the closer you are, the less bullets you're going to miss whilst hip firing. That's the only way I think it would be viable to run with the Tommy gun. Any other way, you're just, there's way too many options to go for, and that are a lot better than this, even SMG wise. And right now, the SMGs aren't the best weapons to use. But overall, I like it. I've always liked using a Tommy gun in any game, and now having it in the Division, it's still got a big place in my heart. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks again to SWK4 for lending me his account. If you enjoyed this weapon review, then make sure to hit that like button, and if you want future videos like this one, then let me know in the comments below. And as always, subscribe for all future Division content from this channel. But until next time guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.